Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol OWCP. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks, as they're called, representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So all this here may look like several days worth of time. It's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I've been doing this analysis on a very routine basis, so that's where these red and green lines are coming from. And another bearish day, and the bears actually made some very significant progress today from a charting perspective, that is, and I'll get to that in a second. But first, I want to do a few updates. First, some house cleaning. Yeah, this line here still pertains, but I don't want a million lines everywhere that can cause clutter and confusion, so I want to try to keep this as clean as possible. The next update comes just based on a foundational principle in charting, which states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they tend to act as resistance. So for those of you that did watch yesterday's video, hopefully you remember me talking about $1.60 as support. But again, now that the price has broken below it, this would be considered an area of resistance. But the pressing level of resistance currently is the famous 200 period simple moving average, which was the level of support up until this point. But you can see it's already played out once. Price broke below it, so this is where you would expect it to act as resistance. And then the bounce later on in the afternoon, you can see price got right up around that area and couldn't quite do it. So by no means am I saying that the price can't get back above, the pink line and the $1.60 mark, but the bulls have their work cut out for them. And the bears, like I said, made a good, movement today in terms of progress. And this is nothing new. This is really just commonplace knowledge. Like, if you have a surface deep understanding of charts, I'm sure you've heard of the 200 period simple moving average. You know that when the price goes below it, that's not really a good thing, from a quote unquote storybook perspective. And like I said, that's what happened right there. Again, by no means am I saying that the price can't get back up above it, and that would certainly start to change the tide of the story. But as things stand right now, the bears are definitely picking up that much more momentum. I will give credit to the bulls. At one point the price was all the way down here, but they were able to fight back there, so that's a good sign. But the way to look at it right now is the further the price separates to the downside from that pink line, that just represents the bears gaining more momentum, and more momentum. So keep a close eye on that. Right now, the good thing is that the price is still within the range of that pink line. It's not like it closed all the way down there at $1 or anything. So it doesn't have to make that much effort to get back up above it. But yeah, you don't want to see the price continue to separate from it, because that's just getting further and further away from the long-term trend indicator. As far as levels of support are concerned, essentially right down here is the next key one, and that sits at about the $1.25 mark. So $1.25, next level of support to keep an eye on going into next week. So the bears had a good week. We'll see if the bulls can kind of counterpunch next week. One of the most popular questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then by all means click right there to get access to the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and like I say, it is free. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend.